first time trying out a Vespa. In this case, the Vespa S125 Carbon Black. To those not familiar with Vespa, it's a famous Italian scooter brand. Vespa means wasp in Italian, and they became really popular by the 1950s. They're very known for their classic looking scooters, and I've always been a fan of how the Vespas looked, but I've never actually ridden one before, so I'm excited about this. Alright, so just by riding the Vespa for 5 minutes, I already have a few first impressions. So one would be the engine. It's extremely nice and smooth and refined. I'm pretty surprised. I actually never experienced a scooter that felt this smooth. It's almost like bordering to an electric scooter, but in a good way. And another thing I noticed was how well it absorbed the poor roads and bumps we have here in Manila. It's such a small scooter with small wheels, so I'm actually very impressed on how well it absorbs the uneven roads we have here. That's actually a huge advantage because this is something we experience on a daily basis. Oh, and just as I said it, we hit a big bump, so nice. Alright, so in terms of power, it churns out around 10 horsepower from its 125cc engine, which is pretty decent. But just to also set your expectations, it does not have a lot of power in terms of how it feels when riding. It's really more meant to be a cruising around type of bike, not a sporty scooter. So. But that's part of the charm. It's a classic inspired motorcycle, so keep that in mind if you're looking to purchase this. But me personally, I'm loving it so far. Alright, so let's just stop for a bit and look at and take a better look at this motorcycle. First of all, it comes with really nice analog dash and instruments. I think it really looks well if you considering it's a classic scooter. As you can see, it's very simple, but that's part of the charm in my opinion. The buttons are of high quality. They're obviously very simple, but you can feel the difference between cheaper type of buttons and quality ones. These are definitely quality ones. Beautiful. Simplicity at its best. You might have noticed this comes with a fly screen. This is an additional accessory and does not come with the scooter when you buy it. But the good news is that Vespa has a lot of accessories so you can pimp out your scooter the way you want it to look. For the hand grips, they feel of high quality and you get a good grip while riding. They also have a beautiful inscription of Vespa written on them. Before we continue, I would like to give a shout out to the owner of this Vespa, Mr. Ricardo Benito. Thank you so much, sir, for allowing me to test this beautiful scooter. The Vespa S125 Carbon has an SRP of 148,000. Well, some of you might ask yourself, why should I spend this much money on a small scooter with limited features? Well, Vespa is not meant to compete with your everyday everyman scooters you see on the streets every day. Vespa is a beautiful work of art. You have to appreciate its style and heritage for it to be worth the money. There's something special owning a Vespa, similar to how Ducati and Harley-Davidson owners feel. Alright, so let's take a close look at this beautiful scooter. Alright, so let's take a look at the accessories added. On the front here you can see there's a front rack and a fly screen, both original Vespa. And it also has a rear rack installed. I like how it looks and I think it complements the bike well. So let's check out the storage capacity of a Vespa. As you can see, it has a pretty decent storage capacity. And it's extremely simple to get access to the engine. You basically lift off the tray and then yeah, there you go. It's pretty cool. So something I would like to point out to shorter riders. Despite being a very small scooter, the seat height is at 780 millimeters, which doesn't sound that bad, but being that the seat is really wide, it makes it harder to touch the ground. So the good news is the motorcycle is very light, so even when you're on your toes, you should be fine. However, keep this in mind before purchasing. I recommend checking out the Vespa in person and sitting on it to see if the seat height works for you. So what do you guys think of this beautiful Vespa? Would you consider getting one? Please leave your comments in the comment section. And also please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel.